This is Juniperus rigida conferta, shore juniper, and it's a very nice low form of juniper. This photo is in Northern California in an inland valley in Pleasanton, California, and this is a planting that I believe has been there for around 10 or 15 years. Get a good look at the needles or the foliage on this is fairly fine. It's a kind of a blue-green tint. There are two varieties, Blue Pacific, which has a bluer tinge to the foliage, and there's one called Emerald Sea, which is a deeper green. So shore juniper is one of the more common ones I see used. And honestly, I don't use a lot of junipers here in Northern California. We have so many choices for ground cover type plants. I find junipers kind of low on my list and also not real popular with homeowners. So, but that said, it has some real benefits, so I'll talk about those. Now, this one gets about 12 inches tall by 6 to 8 feet wide. So, and also I find them low water. Now, the book says that these are from southern Japan along the coast where they're used to more of a sandy soil. Now, I find this tolerates some pretty lousy soil. We have a rocky clay here, and I've seen these used quite a bit, and they tolerate it just fine. Also, it says they prefer cooler weather. Well, we have very hot, dry, low humidity, hundreds during the summer, and again, these plants tolerate that. So presumably they're going to do better if they've got less heat and a little better or more regular water, but I will say that they are tolerant of drought and or high heat. And then I would just say that other challenge is you really need to give them room to spread out. You know, a 6 to 8 foot wide spread's pretty big. And if you put shrubs there that they bump into, these things will tend to climb over them and bunch up. So this looks best when it has room to spread out and do what it does. Also, I don't find that junipers in general take well to pruning, so I think if you give this the room that it wants, you're going to have a better looking plant. I like the edges on this plant. I like how it's very natural and it kind of fingers out, like the way that looks. So, but you can also see that it's crawling right off the edges of this space. So if that's something that bothers you, make sure that you give this room and the setback to do what it does naturally without having to do a lot of pruning. I like watering these with drip irrigation, and they tolerate that just fine. So this is a good low water solution if that's something you're looking for. Also, I grow these in full sun. They can tolerate part shade as well, but look best in full sun. And these are hardy to around minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit. That is Juniperus rigida conferta, shore juniper. Enjoy.